Today, we're playing Forza Horizon 4 once again, 2 days in a row. Can you believe it? This video, though, is going to be different to the other one in that we're going to be getting a brand new car. That is right. The new, let's say the new, it's not really new. The latest car added to the Forza Horizon 4 list of automobiles is this. Restart of the game later. Is that a Supra? Yes, it is a brand. I say it's not a brand new. I keep saying brand new Supra. 3 events to do, and all of them are, at least it seems, Japanese car based. I would assume the 800 is the max level. That means it's Evo time, baby. That's right. Early's back, and he is also quite black. Oh, and they're all night races, overnight parts. I get it now. Japan, interesting. Begin the race. I'm ready. First race in a while on this game. Let's see if I still got it. Get that 60 frames a second on the YouTubes, you know. Make sure you're on a device that supports it, because otherwise you're missing out. Get the hell out of my way. Fed up with these bloody big uns. But so far, oh, bit it. Understeer, thank you to the solid wall. Did I make this slide? I think I may have decided to make this slide. Why is there a house in first place? Why? Backwards. You know me, this is how we do. Only 2 races left to go. Easy. I still got it. Damn, you still got it. Another one in the bag. And across for the final time. This is it. The Supra should now be unlocked. No more racing of those nighttime dirtiness. I want that. Where is it? 3 stars, baby. Give me the soup. Give me the soup. I need. There she is, the 92 Supra. And 25k. And here she is in a beautiful glory. This is the Toyota Supra A70. Now, just to give you a little idea, the A80 is the one that everybody loves, and the A90 is the one that I have. But this is going backwards. Backwards indeed. And it also has the signature twin turbo setup. I'm looking forward to driving this because honestly, other than existing, I have not experienced it in any other game. So without further ado, oh, now that sounds it's making me happy in places I shouldn't be happy when driving a car. Let's go. Oh, it sounds meaty and old. It sounds meaty, old, and Japanese. I like this a lot. Okay, first impressions, very cool indeed. I have a soft spot for anything Japanese. I think everybody does. Now, the whole world likes Japanese cars at this point. The whole of the internet world, I should say. It does seem to be a bit sluggish, but let's be real. They produced these cars from 1986 all the way to 1993. So they ran these for quite some time, to be quite honest with you. Like, there's a whole bunch of reasons as to why people love these cars, and I've seen actually quite a few people have. Hang on, are we breaking? We're breaking this. We've broke the speedo. We're actually still increasing speed. Is this a real feature? Is this what happened in the Supra? Could you beat the actual speed this easily? Maybe the speed limit has just been removed. Anyway, without further ado, it is time to customize it. I am hoping, begging, praying that we have some modifications for this car, because I think this could look beautiful. It already does, but it could look even better. I'm begging and praying that there's some visual. Oh, it may look like we have some. Let's get on with the front bumpers. And yes, yes, yes. This is the day I've been waiting for. Customization. Oh my good damn customization on Forza. Of course, not a massive amount of options. Nothing too crazy, but still got some beautiful bumpers in here. I quite like this bumper right here, and we're gonna go for the wings on the back. Of course, we've got some custom wings as well, which we can make it just a little bit bigger, quite a little bit bigger, quite a little bit bigger. In fact, I think a little bit too tall, to be honest with you. I'm actually gonna go with it honestly looks like it says the duck, but it's not. Let's call it the duck from this point, and I like this as well. I'm gonna go for the full the duck kit. I'm gonna get shouted at in the comments for calling it that, but full the duck. Only 206 horsepower stock. That's not an incredible number to go by, to be honest with you. We can go with a swap to a inline-6 twin turbo, which I imagine comes from something else Toyota. The engines we have available is an inline-6 twin turbo, a V8, another inline-6, that's a 2.6, that's got to be the R34's RB, or the R32, and also an inline-4 turbo rally. I think it only makes sense if we are going. Do we want to swap the engine right now? I think I'm going to keep it as is right now and play with it as is. So, of course, we've got the all-wheel drive swap if we want to. We've got the single turbo upgrade in case you wanted to do that. And we actually do. We have a wide body kit? I thought it just lifted it for... Is it just... I have to say, I'm quite confused. It's adding tiny little lips. But that's not what I call a wide body kit, to be fair. And thankfully, we do indeed have spaces. It already fits it pretty damn well. Damn well? Installing the setup as we have it is going to give us just over double the horses. That brings us to S1, which I cannot wait to hear this thing scream now. The engine sound was great as it was, but now we get to hear it with a single turbo and much more power. Oh, come on. No, there's no other option. Can we go for advanced and see what paint groups we have? Is actually going to split it. Oh, that's cool. All right, we're going to do paint group 2, and we're going to put a strip of carbon around the car. That is going to look super nice. Okay. This sounds meatier than before. The speedo instantly stuck, pinned, but it's still allowing us to push ahead. This sounds really, really good. Honestly, of course, Forza sounds aren't always completely accurate, but honestly, this sounds really, really good. And it grips really well, but also slides really well. I've actually been getting on with the handling a lot recently. I did some tweaking to the advanced settings and made it to adjusted it to basically go with my more aggressive driving style a little bit more, and we're having fun here. we're going for it properly. Now, of course, I am tempted to swap in the other engine as well during this video. It makes total sense to try and throw in the other Supra Toyota-y boy. I enjoy testing a car at its standard capacity and then throwing it into a wall, absolutely hammering it and making it the best it can be. Single turbo, if possible. And then I kind of like throwing in the engine that kind of probably will make the most power. I could just ruin everything and throw in RB in here, but I do think some people may possibly shout at me quite a lot. But I'm having fun, so who cares? We do have the sports tires, the Forza tires on here, the race tires, should I say. And it's still surprisingly quite good at sliding, which is interesting to me, because normally you'd have a bit of a struggle, especially for 400 horsepower and wanting to slide with the Forza tires. To me, it's just craziness. Absolutely crazy. I do wish it could produce a little bit more power, to be honest with you. I do love the sound it's making. It sounds so old and classic, and you can tell the engine is definitely struggling to keep up with this much power. It wants to blow. It wants to go. I guess it now makes sense because people will be requesting it for me to swap in the new boy's engine. I say it's new. It's not even new. Some of you may be thinking, why is he just wasting his money? Why don't he just do it in the first place? We all know this is going to be better. Well, shush. That's all I have to say to you. Shush. Single turbo upgrade in there. It's already smashing it to S1 and we haven't even got started yet. So jump through and throw in the rest of the upgrades. And so now we go from 481 to 1,601, just like the A80, just like the Mark IV Supra, like we did in the previous video driving this. The last proper time we played this game was when the Supra came out. Oh yeah. This is no issue at lighting up the tires here. That is a Bugatti Lego Chiron right ahead of us. Holy crap, I didn't even realize. Did you see I shifted gears in that drift there? It didn't even sound like it. It has no issue getting up to speed. It's going to have an issue on the top end because we have not tuned this thing up whatsoever. That's the difference, I guess, between these two setups. If you keep the stock engine, the car is made for it. It can still take that 400 that you throw in there. But as soon as you go, all right, now let's swap in something with 1600, it's like, I'm going to tap out for this one, if that's all right. Now, if you could just calm down a little bit there, old Japanese mobile. I want to do a nice cruise. He says that he drives in the boost range of a single turbo car. Not exactly sure. Do I ever want this much power in a car? That should be a question I ask myself. Whenever I drive something like this in this game, of course, not massively accurate to real life. Of course, in real life, there's no rewind. The way the tires light up in this game is beyond ridiculous. But that's just the Forza signature at this point. Literally, I'm in 6th gear, okay? Of course, no gear tuning whatsoever here so far. You would honestly think I'm in second. Let's try light up 6th gear from the get-go. Oh, bit of a... There was a slight fight, a slight struggle. The car was like, come on! Ghost of traction control. Hideous. Why do they even put that car in the game? It's horrendous. There is someone chasing me. That is very nice. I appreciate luxurious fun tip. Yes. And I'm going to wheel spin away. I'm going to say you need to get this car just because it's so easy to get. There's only 3 races that you need to win. Unlike the other Forza Championship, the festival stuff, you just literally jump in, do 3 races, and you get the car. So I can highly recommend it. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. Be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you're new, and let me know if you want to see more Forza on the channel. Until next time, peace.